Hello and welcome back. You are now joining us for Jack Trades and his amazing magic show. Now, Jack Trades holds a special place in Fandemicon's heart because he has been part of Fandemicon since 2015, our very first one. He among many talents, but one of his many talents is magic. He is an all-around entertainer with a particular penchant for magic. He teaches lessons for children through Mohawk Valley Community College's community classes. He seeks to ignite the same passion for magic in others that he has held since a young age. Jack, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm going to leave it over to you.
Well, thank you for that awesome introduction. All right. First of all, I want to say hello to everybody in Utica Library. I wish we were there live. It's coming. It's coming. Hopefully next year we do Fandicon. We're going to be live. I'd love to do a show in the actual library. As she said, I have been with the Fandicon for a long time ago when it was orchestrated by Melissa Lopez. And Melissa is a dear friend of mine, a dear friend of the libraries. Anybody who's ever worked in the children's program knows who Melissa Lopez is. So this show's for her. This show's always for her. Like she said, I do a lot of different things. I've been in pro wrestling. I've done stand-up comedy, but I've always done magic. And I'm going to tell you a little story about me while we're waiting for people to file in, and then we'll just get to the show. But ever since I was a little kid, I learned my first card trick. I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. And I was so amazed at how it fooled me, but I was even more amazed at how easy it was to be fooled. So that started me on a long journey through my whole life of clean scams. I loved magic because that's what I thought it was. I thought it was a clean scam. And most times, people like magic. So I started practicing magic for a long time. And then when I was an adult, I decided to quit smoking cigarettes. And the physical part of cigarettes, I decided I would replace with magic. And it worked. I haven't had cigarettes in over 15 years. And I bought a lot of magic tricks. So after a while, when you get a lot of magic tricks, you either got to do one or two things. You store them in the closet, or you take them out and you try to use them as much as possible. I'm not a professional magician. We want to start with that. My big disclaimer. I'm a hobbyist. This is what I do for a hobby. It's fun, and I might mess up. That's even more fun. I think it makes the show better. We'll see if I mess up. But magic's just a hobby to me. I do teach magic to kids. I teach it at MVCC as well as the Treehouse Bookstore in New York Mills, my first year with them. I love teaching magic for a lot of reasons. One, I teach your kids how to scam and swindle you out of, oh, no, I don't teach you how to scam and swindle out of money. I don't do that. I teach your kids how to be confident. I teach your kids to be able to show a magic trick in confidence, fool an adult, and be able to be self-confident in themselves. Magic's a great icebreaker. Also, I love interacting with young people. Young people know what's going on. They have a different aspect and perspective on life. So I can't believe they paid me to teach magic tricks. Well, I'm going to say we're going to get started. And I start out with one of the very first tricks that I ever learned. And it was a trick where you took a silk into your hand. And you can see it. I'm going to try to be as tight to the camera as you can. And then, as you can see, it disappears. And I can bring it right back. I just go like that. And it comes right back. Now, I did this trick a lot of times, and I could do it really close. And you can see it's literally in my hand. Oh, there it is. And then, boom, it's gone. And then just scratch my hand and pull it back. So, after a while, I wanted to take it up a notch. So, I got myself a can, and I want you to make sure you see it. It does not say Pringles. I don't want to be sued by the Pringles people. This is an old Coca-Cola bottle. It does say Coca-Cola. I don't care if I get sued by Coca-Cola because that'll give me a lot of publicity. But we're going to put the bottle inside there and put the lid back on. This time we follow the green cloth again. And if you see, I'm going to open this up and pull out the bottle. It's inside the bottle. Now, I thought of a cool way to try to make the bottle disappear. So I came up with, ta-da, this paper bag. What we'll do is we'll just put the Pepsi bottle in the paper bag and wave the hand over it, and it disappeared. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying he's holding it onto the bag or the bottle. But that doesn't explain that. All right. My next trick, when I teach my magic class, each one of my students picks a trick that they want to do, and I let them pick their own magic name. I let a young trickster named Alex Kazam. Alex was an awesome guy. He did this trick for my students' class this year. And as you can see, to be very fair, the box is completely empty. But if I close it and I wave my hand over the box, look, there's something in there. Okay, that's kind of cheesy, something. Oh wait, no wait, it was nothing. Nothing. The jokes don't get any better, folks. But I'll show you again, completely empty. Oh my stars! I told you. The jokes don't get any better. But wait, there's more. All right. Wait, what that? Two CWs. I don't even know why those are in there. Let's get those out of there. But one last time, I'm going to show you. That box is empty. And since I gave you all those cheesy jokes, I want to give you something special. So here you go. And that's the magical production box. This production box is over 20 years old. I've had this for a long time when there was actually these things called magic stores. And I used to drive out to Albany to get to the magic stores. So they don't have them so much anymore. This next trick is a cool trick I learned a long time ago. It's called the Stoplight Trick. And as you can see, I have this cylinder and I have 3 balls. All represent a stoplight. And you can see that this fits over that and it goes right through. What we're going to do is just like the stoplight, is we're going to take the green ball and push it in. The yellow ball and push it in. And then the red ball on top. I should warn you that the red ball likes to be a little complicated, and it always goes right to the bottom. We'll try it again. Green ball. Yellow ball. And of course, that dreaded red ball on top. But without a single move, it goes right to the bottom. So I tried to come up with a way to get around that and sneak around the red ball. So what I did is we take a paper towel and we will wrap the red ball up in a paper towel and put it in the bag. I will bring out the yellow and green. We will do green and yellow. Now, there's no way the red ball could possibly. Well, okay, so what's here? If I unwrap this, you'll see, like most of my stuff, it's a lemon. That's a real lemon, too. I had to buy that because we didn't have any lemons in the house. All right. My next trick is one of the first tricks I ever learned, and it was something where you didn't need anything special. You would just need a piece of rope, and you would cut the rope into 3 little pieces. Well, 3 separate pieces. One would be this big. One would be a little bit bigger. and then this one would be even longer. I don't know if you can see it from there. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see it. But you can see this one's really long. This one's a little bit shorter, and this one's very short. But if you combine them together in the right way and put the ends together, you should be able to blow on it and pull the ropes, and you'll have 3 ropes, all the same size. And then easily you can just pull this rope and then yank that little one right out of there. Again, having 3 ropes, 3 different sizes. We'll do that trick again only because I need 2 ropes of the same size. So we put those ropes together. 2, 3. And we pull. And this is where the this is where the trick goes wrong, folks, right there. I lost it for a second. So 1, 2, 3. I tell my kids to practice all the time, but I don't practice sometimes, and I should. Now, boom! There we go. 3. 1. All 3 the same size. 1, 2, 3. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie this into a knot. As you can see now, I have 2 ropes. And I'm going to blow on the rope real quick. And you can see it is 1 straight knot. A little technical malfunction in that one, but it actually worked. That one's called the Professor's Nightmare. It almost was a nightmare for me. All right, this is another trick that I have. I haven't used this trick in a long time, so I don't even know if I'm doing it right, to tell you the truth. I bought this years ago, and it was the Patriotic rope trick, where we take 3 ropes. You can see they're tied together on both ends, and I'm going to untie them, and we'll put the red and the white rope together, and then we'll untie this end, and we'll let the red and the blue and the white, we're going to tie them together and let the red dangle like that. So you can see easily the ropes are tied together. And if I wrap them up, boom, you can see the rope is 1 solid piece. No knots. America. That would be a trick for the 4th of July, I think, but it's summertime, you know. Another trick that I learned about when messing around with ropes was I would take a thicker rope. I don't know if you guys can see this because it's black and I'm wearing black, but we're going to try. It's got a little bit different color in it, though. But I could take this rope and I'd be able to command it wherever I wanted. I can make that just stay stiff or go limp like that. I thought it would make a cool perch for like a bird, you know, but I don't know if I have a bird. Let's try this. I got this cloth right here. A little sweaty, but let's try this cloth right here. Just pat it around a little bit. You can see it's now a bird. All right. If I put the rope just right, I should be able to put the bird on the perch, if it'll sit there for me. Or if it'll be a bad bird, maybe. I don't know. He's not going to stay. All right. Well, it's that. The bird and the perch trick does not work. We won't use that anymore. All right. I started playing around. Excuse me, drop something there. Started playing around with everyday household objects. One of the tricks that I had as a young kid was the balloon tube trick. And I always thought it was cool where you would just take one of those long balloons and you just put it in the tube. Oop. That's why we have a backup, folks. hardest part is going to be my blowing up all the balloons today for the trick. Not so much the trick itself, just trying to blow up the balloons. Not an easy thing when you're old. But you can see easily the balloon is in the tube. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out two of these humongous needles that I have. Very sharp. I'll prove that in a minute. But you can easily see I'm going to poke it through. And it will come out the other side. I'm going to take another one and poke it right through this side. Maybe. I can't see it, but we're going to poke it through. There it goes. There it goes, finally. And you'll be able to see that both needles are through the tube and through the balloon. Now, I'll prove that the balloon and the needles are real. They'll pop the balloon. But I thought to myself, that kind of hides, this little tube here kind of hides the gimmick. So I started playing around with balloons more. And I learned a couple of different things. I learned that if I did it right, I could sometimes suspend the balloon without tying it and keep the air in the balloon. That was the first trick I worked on. I would blow it up, turn it over, and as you can see, the balloon is completely suspended. I'm going to show you the inside. You can definitely see it sustains the air. Then I decided, what if I took the natural enemy of a balloon, the safety pin. And I was able to visually put safety pins into the balloon with no cover. Watch this. You'll hear it go in. I'll stick another one in right here. As you can see, each one of these safety pins is in there, no problem. I'm going to take the two out, and I will show you the pins are indeed real. Now, being me, I wanted to take it up even a bigger notch. What if I could take this giant needle and maybe this thread and push it through this balloon? This balloon, I wanted the special. I wanted it to be transparent because I wanted you to be able to see through the balloon. It's the last balloon I have to blow up, thank goodness. Let me wipe this off real quick. All right. This needle, this balloon, watch closely. And that is the needle through the balloon trick. All right. Let me clean up the balloons, man, really quick. I hope everybody's having a good time. I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I am. I'm totally enjoying myself. I'm hoping that we get to all get out soon. Stuff is getting crazy again, so everybody be good to each other and be safe, okay? I'm going to keep going with the show. My next trick is one of my favorites, actually. This is a self-working trick. Anybody can do this trick, and everybody can relate because this is a coloring book. It's very simple. I'm going to come over here and show you that just like any coloring book, this one circus. It has cool pictures, you know, all about the circus and your day of having fun. But if you don't have time to color and you're a magician, you can just snap your fingers and it's already colored. Yeah. And if you're an artist like I am, you want blank pages. So you can just do your own book. But again, if you just want a coloring book, you can come back and there it is. I have another version of that. It's very small, so it doesn't play well on camera, but it is very, very cool. My next trick is a live animal act. I want to do a little disclaimer. All the animals, any animal that would be used in today's show is in my actual pet. I love my pets just like I love my children. So I definitely would never put harm to any of my pets. I not suggest that you do these things unless you know what you're doing as far as handling pets and things like that. But I want to show you, this box right here has a glove in it because I need that glove. I need to wear this glove for the trick. But you can see 100% empty. And if I put the lid on the box and I wave my hand over the box and open it up, you will see my friend Connie. And this is why I wore the glove. And sometimes Connie likes to, but she is indeed live. She is no batteries included. And she is a Mexican red knee tarantula. One of the coolest ones that I own. And I own about 11 of them. But she's definitely one of my favorites. She'll go right in the box. Like I said, no animals are harmed in this. And I want you to know that she has gone to a nice, safe place. All right. If everyone was here, I would make them give a big round of applause for Connie the spider, because Connie the spider is cool. I want to thank everybody at the Utica Library again for letting me be here today. It's a lot of fun. I'm getting closer to the end of our tricks. I do have a couple more smaller ones, and then I have a few bigger ones. We're going to try to attempt a card trick, which is hard to do without an assistant. It's hard to do, but we're going to be attempting that very, very soon. My next trick is going to be this one right here. It's a color trick. I love to mess with the kids on this one, but the adults too. As everybody can see, this is green and this is yellow. You know, it's just as simple as that. But just through the advent of magic, it is now blue and red. Wait a minute. Is it yellow and green? Or is it blue and red? We don't know. Everybody thinks that I'm holding something else in each hand, but I'm not. It's just the way the magic works. I put that in my thing now. All right. All right. Our next trick is going to be a card trick. Cool thing about cards is when you buy a lot of cards, the card companies will send you samples and stuff. And one of the cool things that they sent me was these empty boxes. They weren't even printed yet. They were just like samples, you know. And they taught me that if you just hold it the right way and snap your fingers, boom, it definitely prints itself. What was even cooler than that is you could fold the box up real quick and snap your fingers. And there's literally a real deck of cards in there. All right. So before I do anything real tricky, I'll do something that's very simple. Do something with two cards. I'm going to see if I can do it right here in front of you. If you can see it, this is a 5 of diamonds, and this is a queen of clubs. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this around and place it like this. If everybody can see well, I'm going to start spinning the cards around. And if you look, I'm going to hypnotize you to go to the Utica Library and get lots of books. But watch this. We'll just out of there. And that's it. My next card trick takes a couple of things. If we were here right now with a live audience, I would indeed pick a stranger, complete stranger, out of the audience to have them pick this card. Because we don't have that, I'm just going to pick a card in a random way. But this next trick requires a couple of things. It requires my handy-dandy notepad, and I need a marker. So I have this little tiny pouch right here. I'm sure you can see how small it is. But if you open it up, yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's so big. But we're going to use this marker in a couple minutes. What I would do is we would have somebody pick a card. Since nobody's here, I'm going to randomly do it. So what we'll do is I would say stop anytime you want. They would say stop. I want to try not to look, but this would be your card. I'm going to take it, put it down right here. Okay? Everybody's seen the card, knows what the card is. I'm going to predict what I think the card is on my handy dandy notepad. All right. Here we go. So come right here and reveal the card. Ace of Spades. Oh, that's the 9 of hearts. Okay. Okay. So 9 of hearts. This isn't the card. This is the deck of cards. Watch this. Yeah, 9 of hearts. And what I would do at that point is I would give this away. If you look, that's printed on there. And this is a souvenir that anybody would be able to take. And that was definitely one. All right. Well, getting down to the end, guys. I only got a few minutes left. So I just want to do one more trick. Two more tricks, actually. One more trick is a classic that I like to do. And what we do here is usually I would take a card, any card, and I would put it under here. And with a wave of the magical hand, I would produce this. The card castle. What I love about the card castle is you can pick it up and carry it around, move it around. All right, guys. It's my last trick coming up. I want to thank you guys. I put this trick to music, so I'm going to try to pull it up right now. Again, I want to thank everybody for letting me be. If you're looking to learn about magic, there is no better place than the Utica Public Library. There's no better place at the library for everything. Anything you ever need is at Utica Public Library. I grew up there. I don't live in Utica, but if I'm ever there, I stop in just to take a look around and see it's changed. It has not. It's an amazing place. So if you are in the area, look it up. Go to the Utica Public Library. My next trick is going to be a special trick. It took me a long time to develop this trick because I had the beginnings of it, but I never had the end of it. I learned also that I wanted to put it to music. So I'll do the trick, and I'm going to end with saying goodbye at the end of the trick. And thank you again for letting me be here. Ladies and gentlemen, the bag of lights. Wrong song.
I want to thank everybody so very much for coming with us on this great adventure with Jack Trades and his magic show. Next up, make sure to check out, we're going to be announcing the fan art winner. And around 1 o'clock, we have a very special short video all about Pandemicon through the years. So stay tuned, see what else we have. And this afternoon, you can listen to Dr. Lori Morimoto talking about the history of anime in the United States. Thanks for joining. Bye.